If you're a growing organization, you are probably feeling behind on so many things that you wish you had time to implement in your organization. Maybe you're thinking, we really need to improve our CRM, or we really have to get better at clarifying our compensation framework, or maybe it's time for an applicant tracking system, or we really need to revisit that part of our office and make it more functional, or clean up the supply system, or redo the employee handbook. All of these things can feel really important, but you can't do all of them at the same time. But your employees might be feeling frustrated if you are saying, we're not going to get to that. And then the next time they bring up something, we're just not going to get to that. Or even worse, you're saying, okay, we'll work on that, and then not actually getting to it because you don't have capacity to get to it. So here's what I recommend. Keep a list of all the things that you need to work on as an organization and make it public, at least part of it, right? And say, these are all the things that are on our radar, things we need to get done or put in place or improve upon. And then for the next level, put some of it in time. And what I mean by that is maybe it's a list of, 12 or 40 things that need to be given some attention. And then pick out the ones that feel the most urgent and pencil them into time and say, you know what, we're going to try to get to this one in quarter 1. And then we're going to try to do this one in quarter 2, right? So that folks can see that those things have been captured. It is known that those are things that need to be worked on, but you've been clear about what you're prioritizing right now and what you're going to prioritize next. And then things might shift, right? Like, suddenly this was on your project list for sometime in the future, and then something changes in the world, or the law changes or something, and suddenly you really have to pull that one from the list and put it on the list today and prioritize it right away. So things can shift, and you can communicate that shift with everybody. But keeping that public list for everybody to see that says, hey, this is what we know we want to work on. And, for at least some of them, when we think we might get to them, that can help ease some of that tension and help folks feel like that you have captured that and that they can see that it's going to get worked on in the future. I hope it's helpful.